My next yoga retreat's coming up in a few weeks, April 17th through the 19th. This is our yoga and baking retreat. And don't worry if you don't know how to bake or you're not a very good baker, it's not about that. It's about just coming together, having a little fun. My little tagline is, reclaiming the sweetness in your life, indulging in the sweet things, your traits, your qualities, your uniqueness. And that's one of the things that we kind of play with some of the recipes and baking is just finding what's special about you and even creating a treat that represents you. So that's one of the activities. So if you're free that weekend, like to do a little baking with me up in Heber, 17th through the 19th. I have a couple of flyers on the desk up there, still space available. So join us if you can. All right, yogis, it's that time. We'll go ahead and begin. We'll start in mountain pose. Good to see everybody here. Just make your way up to the top of your mat. We'll take a few moments here. So take your time if you're still setting up. Just begin your arrival. And you can do that by getting reacquainted with your breath, by taking a few deep breaths. Getting a good sense of the feeling of the breath as it moves through you, the rise and fall of your chest or your belly, even your shoulders as you take these few deep breaths. Maybe even the sound of your breath. Just two very simple things to help you make your arrival here. Then just continue with slow, steady breaths. You're certainly welcome to do this with eyes open, and if they are open, just soften your eyelids. Maybe you're just looking down at the floor. Or close your eyes completely. Just take that journey inside of self. Notice what's happening for you today. As you continue to assess and notice, feel free to add some movement as a way to check in with your body, aware of how your body is feeling at this moment, how your moving practice may assist you today, what you may be needing from your practice. All so that you can move appropriately, move in the way that you need to move in this practice, acknowledging when you need to rest or modify our poses. Reminder that this is your practice. Just continue with slow, steady breaths. Let's just add one more component before we move, and that's the abdominal lock. So on your next breath in, take a full breath in to fill up your lungs, that uplifting sensation. And the exhale, just draw or pull your belly button in towards your spine as you lightly contract the abdominal muscles, engaging the abdominal lock, or Uddiyana Bandha in Sanskrit. Again, breathing in, that full breath in, filling up your lungs, opening your heart space. Exhaling, drawing belly button in, connecting to your center for strength, for support. Now we'll take 3 more breaths in preparation to move. Remembering to move at your own pace. So when you're ready, inhale, extend your arms out and up and just treat it like a good stretch. Then exhale, we'll fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips, bend your knees as much as you need to. That nice control as you kind of float your way down towards toes. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your knees. Only rise up halfway so you form a table with your own body. And exhale, fold. We're going to hold our forward fold for a moment, so feel free to modify this posture. If it feels okay to touch the ground or touch your toes, you can stay there, or maybe it feels better at this moment to rest your hands on your shins or knees, so it doesn't feel like you're pushing or forcing your body too much or too quickly. Wherever you are, just notice. Notice sensations in the backs of your legs, maybe down your back. And even feel free to add some movement here if it feels good, just to continue the assessment of how you're feeling, what you're needing from your practice. That might be some circling of your shoulders, for example. Or nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. Let's take 2 more breaths. We'll carefully return to standing. First, shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Start lifting upper body, extending upper body. Then inhale, reach out, then all the way up into the air with your arms. And exhale, bring your palms together down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side as we finish that half salute to the sun. Pausing for a moment, take a breath or two. I'm just going to repeat that sequence. We'll just make it flow. And just continue to move at your own pace. When you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Just good energy in your arms, hands, and fingers. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward, soft knees. Guiding your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward. There's our spinal extension. Exhale, fold. Maybe a brief pause here in the standing forward fold. Feel that stretch. Shifting your weight into your heels, bend your knees to lower hips, then we'll inhale and float all the way up, reaching into the sky. Yes, exhale, hands to your heart or arms down to your side. And another pause here. Staying in tune and connected with breath as it continues to guide you in your practice. Let's go ahead and add on. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the air, our full sun salute. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward. Always okay to bend your knees as you make your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway. There's our long, flat back. This exhale, fold all the way down. Bend your knees enough so you can reach the ground. Plant your hands into the ground. Then walk or step or even hop the feet back into plank pose. We'll pause here for a moment just so you can feel the strength, good energy in your whole body here. Take a breath in and exhale. Bend your knees slightly, descend your hips up into the air. Your head and chest will just dip between your arms and you'll arrive in your downward facing dog. This inverted posture, working the entire body as we hold this pose for a few breaths. Feel free to make some adjustments. Maybe adjust where your feet are or where your hands are on your mat to help you settle into your pose. You might add movement here if it feels good. You can always rest. If you need to come down to your knees to rest your hands and wrists, please do so. Let's continue our flow. A full breath in, filling up your lungs like you did in standing. Exhale, draw belly button in, connecting to your center. Bend your knees to walk, step, or hop. Feet back up to the top of the mat. There we go. There's your forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Good lengthening here through the spine. Exhale, fold again. Weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees, lower your hips. Then inhale, let's float all the way up, reaching high. This exhale, take chair pose. So we'll just continue our segment here. Going into our Series B. Here's our chair pose. We'll take a breath in. Then exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes. There's our forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. And exhale, fold all the way down. Hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop, feet back, plank pose. Another brief pause here. Tapping into your own strength. Now you're welcome to take that same shortcut to down dog if you'd like, or with your exhale, finish your push-up, coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana. You can modify that by bringing knees to the floor first, then bend elbows, lower the rest of your body. Create a back bend. It could be a low cobra or even upward facing dog. And then we'll meet together in downward facing dog. And again, make those adjustments with your feet and your hands to arrive in your posture. Then we'll add a lunge. So we'll start by extending right leg up into the air with an inhale. Hold for a moment so you get that good extension. And next exhale, stepping through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Turn left heel to the floor behind you so your both feet are firmly on the floor, finding some balance on both feet. Then lift your hands, reaching forward, extending arms all the way up. We'll hold here for a moment in our Warrior One. So you might activate the body just by reaching up a little higher, a little bit more energy in the arms, hands, and fingers. And the exhale, a little lunge, making sure the right knee and toes are pointing forward. There you go. Nice alignment, everybody. We'll take a breath in. And exhale, we'll fold, bring hands back down to the floor, slide or pull right foot back to meet the other. There's plank. You can certainly still take that shortcut to down dog or finish the full vinyasa, which you can always modify. Just take your time. Just make your arrival in down dog, adjusting if need be. Then inhale to extend left leg into the air. Reach and hold for a second. There it is, nice long line through the body. Next exhale, step through, left foot stepping through, right heel to the earth behind you, shifting weight back so there's balance. Hands are light, easily able to lift up, arriving in your Warrior One. Same thing, just activate by reaching, lunging, and just breathing and just noticing what's happening in the body. Good energy in the arms, lengthening through the sides of the body, strengthening the legs, a little stretch in that right hip flexor. Let's take a breath in, exhale, fold, bring hands back down to the floor, slide or pull left foot back, plank, finishing your flow. Modify if you need to. Each time you make it to plank pose, it might be different as far as moving through that vinyasa to arrive in your down dog. Just hold there for a moment in your downward facing dog. Let's return to standing. So next exhale, you'll walk, step, or hop, feet back up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend through spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Shifting weight back into your heels, bend your knees to lower hips. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up. We'll keep this in motion as well. With the exhale, just slowly bring the arms out and down. Passing parallel here, then start reaching behind you as if you're reaching for the back corners of your mat. Good energy in the arms, hands and fingers, very well activated. Even feel like you're holding on to something behind you. Feel the energy down through the triceps or the backs of your arms. Good opening up through the chest since your shoulders are behind the heart, opening up. I think this part of the body can get pretty tight, and so we like to just kind of stretch and open up there. Stay here, or if you're able, interlace your fingers, just an option. If you do, fold the fingers. If you can, reach down towards your heels with your knuckles. Drop the shoulders a bit. And even activate upper body by rolling shoulders back, squeezing shoulder blades together as you're able. More activation in the arms, opening up through the chest, upper back flexion. And a bit of a chair pose. Just bend your knees, let them jet forward a little bit, and just tip. Just a little, not much. Just holding here for several breaths. So we just created this bind in our chair pose. Let's continue our flow. Release your fingers, reach out and up, stand up tall, even tip the chin up. It's like you're creating a little back bend. Exhale, leading with heart, fold forward. Nice. Inhale, rise up halfway. Let's continue, we'll add on. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like to, Chaturanga Dandasana. Again, you can just take a shortcut or modify this. Inhale, perhaps to up dog if you're moving through that flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time with those transitions. You'll inhale, extend right leg up, holding for a moment. Let's open the hip here. So bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside. A slight lift of knee. We'll create a little bit of a twist. A little opening up through the hips. The next exhale, unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Once you've landed, yes, turn left heel to the floor behind you. Find your center and balance. Then rise up. Yes. First warrior, exhale, opening to the left side of the room. There's our warrior 2. Holding here for a moment. Yeah, you might need to make some adjustments with the feet. So again, you feel grounded, pretty solid. Right knee, toes pointing forward here. Good knee bend. Left leg mostly straight. Okay, side angle. Let's follow the right arm forward. Rotate the arms. Feel free to stay up high in this posture if that feels better for you at this moment. Even if you can touch the floor, maybe this just feels better today. Just holding for a second in this kind of 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock gesturing of the arms. We'll create a light bind by bringing the left hand down behind you, just to your low back. That's fine there. You can place it anywhere else if you'd like, but just to your low back. Good, just a couple more breaths. Let's go ahead and free this left hand with an inhale, re-extend it up into the air. Exhale, we'll turn, fold for your hands so you can reach the floor with your hands. Slide or pull right foot back. There's our plank. Complete your series as you'd like. Don't forget about your shortcut if you need it. Meeting in down dog. Whenever you're ready to move, no rush. Inhale, extend the left leg into the air. Feel that extension, and then we'll open the hip. Yeah, bending the left knee. Heel comes down, slight lift of knee. There's a twist, a little opening. Yeah, hands are pressing firmly, strongly into the floor. Next, exhale, unwind, stepping through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the earth behind you. Shifting weight back, well planted, good balance. Hands are light, easily able to lift. Exhale, opening to your warrior two. Adjusting your feet. Settle in, holding for a moment in your warrior two. Then side angle pose. When you're ready, reaching out, angled upper body, rotate the arms, reaching up, reaching down. To begin, feel these openings in the hips and the heart space. There you go. And then that light bind by bringing the right hand down behind you to low back. That's kind of our default, but you can play with this. You can reach all the way around your body if you can, finding the left hip or thigh. Some of you are binding this pose. That works well too. One more breath. And we'll free the hand. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, turn and fold. Find the ground with the hands. Pull the left foot back, plank pose. Complete your segment here. We'll finish in down dog, and once you're in down dog, a breath or two. Let's do a little floor work. So you're going to bring your knees to the floor. Sit back briefly into hero. That's just off to the side, so you can bring the legs around to the front. Scoot forward a little bit so you have some room behind you. Rolling down onto your back. Go ahead and hug the knees into your body. Add some movement here. Get reacquainted with your breathing, so a few deep breaths might be nice. Another way to assess, kind of check in. Then we'll set ourselves up for a bridge pose, just to open up the front body. So just plant the feet into the ground. A full breath in, filling up your lungs. You can exhale through the mouth if you'd like to help activate your core, your center. Then peel your hips away from the floor, just lifting the hips. You can certainly just keep lifting the hips until they just naturally stop, creating your bridge pose. You might even modify this by not lifting the hips too high. You can even sit on a block or a bolster or sit in your hands if you need to modify that pose. And to open the chest a little bit, you might rock left and right several times to get your shoulders and arms a bit more underneath you. Even bend your elbows so your arms are at 90 degrees. That may help to press the backs of your arms down into the floor to help lift and open the chest and heart. So kind of a similar effect. We did this standing, had the arms reaching behind you to help open up through the chest. So a similar effect here, really opening up through heart space, but also the whole front side of the body. 2 more breaths. After the second breath, just start to soften a little bit. Then wiggle the feet forward a little, extend your arms up into the air, just making space in your back body so you can safely come back down to the ground. Light landing. Extend your arms behind you, reach and stretch, extend the legs out in front of you, lengthening there. A breath. Let's take this to a boat pose. So once again, you might hug your knees into your body. You certainly can rock your way up to seated or even roll to your side and press yourself up to seated. And just make your way into boat pose. You might move into it directly from that rocking up sensation, or you might kind of adjust and kind of step into the pose piece by piece. You might start with an extended spine, sitting up tall, then lean back, making sure you're breathing strongly, helping to activate the core muscles. Feet, of course, can stay on the floor or float them into the air. Do activate the feet. You might flex the feet or point your toes. You can certainly hold on to legs or free the hands. Knees, of course, can stay bent or extend the legs, even just a little. Lots of variations to play with. Let's take a breath in, ready to move. And exhale, cross legs, either hands in front or to the side. So you can unfold your legs, get them behind you, extending. Here's plank, hold for a second. And then just take a shortcut to down dog. Let's just go through this flow here. Inhale, extend right leg up. Just a quick bend and twist. Bend the knee, lift the knee for that twist. Unwind, step through, back to our warrior one setup. Left heel to the earth. Yeah, float up when you're ready. Exhale, opening warrior two, settling in. Then your side angle, reaching out, rotate here. Again, go for that 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock extension of arms initially. And then your light bind, left hand down behind you. Place it where it feels good at this moment. We're not going to hold it too long. Here we go. Inhale, re-extending left hand into the air. Exhale, we'll turn, fold, hands to the floor. Back to plank pose. Hugging elbows in towards ribs as you lower your way down if you're going through this part of the sequence. Chaturanga Dandasana, into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping into place, move when you're ready. Inhale, extending left leg into the air. Bend and twist open. There it is, unwind, stepping through. Left foot to the top. Take your time. Right heel to the earth. Feel grounded. Find your center, then rise. There it is. You'll float right up. Exhale, opening, warrior two. Adjusting, settling in. Side angle, reaching out. Good flow here, moving with breath. Rotate arms, reaching high and low initially. Light bind, right hand behind you. Hold for a breath or two. Just to continue kind of this heart-opening expression here. Let's inhale, re-extend right hand up. Turn and fold, find the ground. Back to our plank pose. Complete your sequence. Hold for a breath in down dog. Use your next breath to make your way back up to standing. So you might hop, step, or walk your feet back up to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, extend through spine, long tabletop position. Exhale to refold, holding for actually another full breath here. Hold for a second in your forward fold. Then that weight shift back into the heels, bend your knees to lower hips, lifting upper body. Inhale, reaching into the air. And exhale, just bring your arms down to your side. Good, just check in with self. Little shoulder roll. Head and neck, check in with your wrists, with all those planks and down dogs. All right, let's get ready for balance. So a bit of a tree pose here. So starting a mountain pose, of course, balanced on 2 feet. We like to soften the knees and then shifting weight into the right foot. Yeah, plug it into the ground. We'll inhale, get tall, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage the abdominal lock. That's just our security. So we can pick up left foot, balancing on the right, flexed foot there. Swing the knee out, and then plugging this foot into the standing leg. Okay? It might be high above the knee, that's your thigh, or below the knee at your calf, or even use the floor. Then inhale, extend your arms into the air. Good reach. When hold for a moment. Focus is forward, or even just drop your eyes down, just your eyes, so you can focus on something out in front of you. Good energy in the arms, hands and fingers, lifting and lengthening, rooting into the earth with the right foot, exhaling to engage core. Okay, keep arms extended. Let's swing left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Yes, plant the foot, rebalance. Arms come back down, shake it loose. Let it go. Any tension that gets built into poses like that. Okay, back to our mountain pose. Settling in. Softening the knees. We'll shift weight now into left foot, root and connect. Grow tall with an inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, engage your center. There we go. Now we can float that right foot up, bending the knee. Swing it out. Let's plug it in. High, medium, or low. Okay. And extend your arms into the air. You can even change the angle of the arms. They might be straight up. They might be out at an angle a bit. You can even bend elbows. Okay, just be sure you have good energy in the arms, hands, and fingers, wherever you happen to be. Focus is forward or down. Breathing is strong. There we go. Good. Keep arms active and reaching up. We'll swing the right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot, and plant the foot into the ground. Arms can come back down. Again, just shake all that loose. Okay, I'm just going to flow, just making our way back down to the floor, starting in mountain pose. Let's inhale, reach out and up. Let's take a chair pose here, exhaling to sit back and down into that seat. Breath in, and then the exhale, diving out of the seat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Again, your choice of movement to get you to down dog. Holding for a moment in our downward facing. Do some more floor work. So let's bring the knees gently down to the floor. Sit back into hero, then off to the side. Okay, we're going to cross the legs here. Okay. Now feel free to either just sit on your mat or on a block. I'm going to sit on a block. It's just easier on my back. You can always switch things up if you need to. Okay, we're going to work the leg, but really kind of get into the hip socket a little bit, moving eventually into rock the cradle and a half lotus. So we'll start with the right leg. You're going to pick up the foot, and if you can, either place it in the opposite hand, or if you can, in the bend of that opposite arm. Either one, if you can get here but doesn't feel great, go back to hand right there. Same with the knee, either knee and hand or knee and elbow. And it might be one of each. So for me, sometimes I might do this. And so wherever you happen to be, you can always change it up. Let's start by feeling as if the shin is going up. You may not actually move up, but imagine or feel or intend for the shin to go up. And then hug the leg in towards the body. Again, these might be very minute movements, but those are the general directions. So up and in. And for me, at least, I feel something happening kind of down in this section of my leg and hip, okay? So just notice where you have sensation. This is where we might rock the cradle, like you're just holding a baby in arms here. Little movement, and it might literally be small movements. Just breathing with the sensation, with the intention perhaps of just kind of opening up some tight spaces. Might be in that hip, maybe the glute area. Okay, a couple more breaths. Because there's minimal movement in this particular posture, let's create more space so we can move more grandly. So let's place that foot in the hand, knee in the hand here, so we have a lot of mobility available to us, and we just move the leg around, okay? And just experiment with where it can actually go, like up and down, side to side, circles, angles, okay? How far can it pull back or across the body? Okay? Finding all those movements, helping to release and open. Breathe with all that motion. There you go, yes. Okay, after that, we're going to move into half lotus. So it really just kind of depends on how this feels in your joints, your ankle, your knee, and your hip. So if you can, just getting that foot, maybe it's just placed on that left thigh. You can even be down close to the knee. That's fine, especially if it doesn't feel great in that right knee. But if you're able and it doesn't aggravate the joints, see if you can bring that foot right up into your lap near the belt line. I can, but I know I can't hold it very long, so I'll slide it down a little bit so it's not so bindy in that knee. And I'm just going to hold here for a few breaths. So this will be our half lotus. We're just going to do one more thing, okay? So left hand just holding on to just the foot here or ankle, just holding on. Let's take the right arm straight up into the air. Reach, good extension. Take it out to the side. Okay, flip the palm to the back of the room. Bend your elbow, a little scarecrow movement, and just bring the hand to your low back. That's all. Just to your low back. But if you can reach maybe around the body to the left hip, that's as far as it needs to go. Like you just put on a belt from behind. Just holding here for a moment. So another kind of a light bind. Just touching or holding onto the foot or ankle with the right arm behind us. Okay, now we need to free this back hand. Okay, just out and then just down. You can give it a little shake if you need to. If you're on a block, come off the block. Keep this posture. Let's free both hands. Hands behind you so you can lean back, okay, way back, so we can extend the left leg forward. So we're going to keep this foot in the lap, even just on the thigh. If it's way up in the hip, actually bring it down a little bit lower, okay, because we may need to for this. Okay, let me match you guys. So it's going to be here. You can even flex this foot just to kind of activate it a little bit. So we're leaning back, and as you're leaning back, just drag this left heel in, right there. Plant the foot or just stay on the heel, whatever feels okay. And since we're leaning back, just an exhale, pushing into the floor to lift up and forward towards this crossed leg. Okay? So more of just of a static hold here. What's kind of fun with this or playful with this, you can move up and close, feeling more of a dynamic sensation. If you need to soften it up, you can just lean back or slide that leg forward. All right, 3 more breaths. Okay. If you are pretty close, if the chest is pretty close to this crossed leg, we're just going to lean back, just kind of soften this posture a little bit so we can actually kind of kick this right leg up and then slowly bring that straight leg down to the floor. Okay. Sit up. If you can, scoot forward. Okay. Again, be aware of the bendiness of this left knee because it may not bend very well. Okay. Let's go for another bind. So we're going to lean over into your right hand so you can free this left one. Reach up, reach forward from the inside of this leg here. Flip the palm away and then wrap around here if you're able. And we're going to keep it here, or you can just hold on. You don't have to do all this. You can just hold on to the shin perhaps. Find your balance so you can free your right hand. If you can, reach around back. If you can hook fingers, go ahead and do so, or keep it a little bit lighter. Hand on low back, or just hold on to shin. Yes, some of you may be able to bind, you might fold, you might even twist away from that bent knee, which may get that right arm more around behind you to create that little hook. Not going to be here too long. Okay. Just 3 more breaths, let's say. All right, let's start to come out of the pose, unbinding, unwinding. Hands behind you on the floor, lean back, go ahead and extend this left leg. And just come to a staff pose. So straight legs, hands on the floor by your hips, pushing down, lift here. Okay. And just to get some of that stretch out of the legs, just quickly into cobbler's pose. Just bend the knees, soles of the feet. You might even kind of bounce the knees a little bit. Helps to continue that release in the legs there. And we're going to get set up for the other side, that whole sequence on the other side. So you can return to sitting on a block if that was helpful for you, and cross the legs. Let's work with that left leg. So same thing, we're bringing foot to hand or in the bend of the elbow, knee to hand or bend of elbow, whatever works for you on this side. Lifting shin up, hug it in, sitting up as tall as you can. Modify this as needed. First, maybe just the static hold and then adding that movement. Again, it won't be much at first. Breathing with all this, creating space. All right, how about 3 more breaths? Okay, we're going to soften this hold. So foot to hand, knee in hand, so we can add greater movement. Finding all the ways that leg can move in its socket. Circles and extensions up and down, side to side. Breathing, yes. So finding space, getting some release so we can sit in a pose like half lotus, even eventually potentially full lotus, but we're just going to do half lotus. So we'll bring that foot to thigh, sliding it down if you need to, just paying attention to the knee. If you're able, close up to that belt line, just holding here for a few breaths. Certainly adjust if you need to. Okay, then we'll create that light bind. So right hand is just holding onto the foot or ankle right here. Let's extend left arm straight up, good extension, then out to the side. Flip the palm to the back of the room. Little scarecrow movement of the elbow. And then hand behind you, either just to mid-back or around like you're putting on a belt. Fingers reaching over to the right side. Just holding here. Mindful of shoulder, because if that's too far and it's kind of bindy in the shoulder, then soften it. Good. Just a couple more breaths. Let's free up that left arm out and then down. Release the hold here. If you're on a block, we're going to come off the block. Hands behind you on the floor. So you can lean back. So you can free up. Let me switch sides here. Extend the right leg out in front. Foot doesn't have to be up as high, just more on thigh. Flexing the foot just to keep it activated and in place. Lean back. We're going to drag that right heel. So you can bend the knee and get into this hip opener. So pushing into the floor to help you stay tall in the torso, and then sending heart forwards. Maybe you're adding some movement. That's nice if that feels good for you. Playing with this, getting in close, finding your personal depth of the pose, leaning away to soften so you're not aggravating or forcing. Okay, 3 more breaths. Get ready for the other bind. One last bind. So again, if you're pretty close to this crossed leg, you're going to lean back. So you can extend that left leg and then slowly bring that straight leg down to the floor. And then lift your hips so you can scoot forward. Even if it's just here, you don't have to go too far. Being mindful of knee. Scooting forward if you can. Lean to your left so you can free the right arm, reach up, and then forward, just kind of getting that shoulder spacious so you can reach forward, flip the palm away, and then wrap around shin if you're able, even if you just kind of hold on, just like right here. Find the balance, free this left hand, reach behind you. Going for maybe just a lighter bind, okay? Or attempting a fuller bind. If you twist or turn to your left, it'll get that left arm a little bit more behind you and around you, so you might be able to hook fingers, but of course not necessary. Or you might fold forward. Good. Just 3 more breaths. Just different ways to experience this particular bind. Okay, we'll unbind, unwind. Hands behind you so you can lean back. Go ahead and extend the legs. Sit up tall for a moment in staff pose, which is a little bit more aligned, neutral in nature. And one last cobbler's pose or bound angle. A little movement or that bounce if that feels okay with the knees. All right, let's get ready for boat once again. So from here, you might just take hands behind you, lean back again, and the knees together, lift the feet if you want, or keep heels on the floor. And just make your way into a boat pose just for transitioning. We're going to inhale and exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side. Get the feet back behind you, plank, holding for a moment. You choose how you want to get to down dog. You might want to go through that full vinyasa or even just that shortcut or any other variation of movements to get you to down dog. Holding in down dog for a moment, again, pressing hands firmly into the floor, strong arms, straight arms, softening the knees a little bit more so the hips can really lift, creating a little bit more extension through the torso. And then we'll move, breathing in. Exhale, bend knees so you can walk, step, or hop. Feet back up to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees to lower hips. We'll inhale, reaching all the way up. Big stretch there at the top. Exhale, arms down to your side. All right, little release there. We're going back to tree pose. We're going to give you some more variations of that tree, okay? We're going to use some of the dynamics that we did seated, okay? Let's start with tree, okay? So again, mountain pose, soft knees, weight shift to right foot. Inhale, feel tall. Exhaling, just pick up left foot, swing it out, plug it in, and extend the arms into the air. So this is our starting point. Finding our tree pose. Okay, let's bring the arms down. Okay, you're going to swing this left knee forward, lifting the knee. See if you can get it just slightly past parallel. Kick. Then with the left hand, grab that ankle or shin, okay? And maybe this heel is like a belt buckle. We're just going to just click it into the belt up here. You can use both hands, okay? This is our starting point. You can always change this up. You can stay just like this for the balance. Or, if you can, drop that knee, okay? Now you have some choices of which hand you hold with, okay? So we're going to start with left hand. You can hold onto the foot here. Right arm could extend into the air. Reach out. We did this earlier, seated. Flip palm away, bend elbow, And just hold on to your, bring hands to low back. Okay, that's one variation. Okay, the other variation is right hand holds on to the foot or ankle. Left arm up into the air, same thing, okay? Bind, okay? But maybe this hand can reach all the way around and find that foot. And maybe you can hold on to the foot. I'm not going to, okay? And then free the right hand, okay? Or just get a staple gun and just the ankle into your thigh, okay? And hold here. Very bindy. Okay, wherever you are, we're going to free both arms and hands reach up. Bring the hands down so we can get this leg and foot, unbind it. Let's get that foot back down to the floor and walk it out, shake it out. Oof. Okay, so lots of ways you can kind of be in that bound position, okay? All right, setting up for the other side. Soft knees, shifting weight into left foot. Going for that tree pose first, so get tall, fill the lungs, exhale, engage, picking up right foot, swinging it out, plug it in. So the initial just tree pose, Vrikshasana. Even if, as we play with the binds, if it's not working out too well, just come back to tree. Just bring the arms down. Just swing this right knee forward, lifting knee, maybe just past parallel so we can do a little kick. Let's catch that ankle and plug it into the belt line as high as you can get it. If it's a little lower, that's okay. Actually, you can just keep it like this. The knee will probably appreciate it if you just kept it just like this. But if you're able, the knee can drop. Okay. If that left hand is still holding onto the foot, we can take this right arm up into the air. Reach, okay, that can be your pose, or this arm can come down, reach around, maybe you can bind, okay, finding the foot, okay, or do the other way around, okay, something like this, okay, or get a glue gun and just glue that foot to the thigh. This will be right hand reaching around so you can bind there if you're able. There you go, good, nice. Okay, so out of our bind, let's free the arms first. Reach up, let's go down, let's get that bound leg. Lift and replant the foot. Walk it out, shake it out. Okay, works the hips, your back, your shoulders, everything, right? Okay, back to our mountain pose. Let's flow. When you're ready, inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, go ahead and swan dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, from down dog, we're going to go to an inverted pose, okay? So from here, if you're able, kind of a power move would be hop forward, cross your legs, take a seat, roll down onto your back, keep rolling into your legs, and hips go up into the air, moving right into a shoulder stand, okay? It's more of a dynamic way of getting there, or just take your time, come down to seated, lie down. Alternatives, of course, are just lie flat on your back, extend the legs in the air, or sit on a block, and then extend the legs into the air. Now, depending on where you are, shoulder stand or just legs in the air, kind of mimic what we did seated. So legs are extended. Let's go ahead and take right foot and cross that ankle over thigh, if that makes sense. And then take the extended left leg and foot overhead behind you. Now, if you're sitting on a block or lying on the floor, that leg won't go back very far at all. If you're in shoulder stand, your toes might get closer to the floor behind you. Okay, just a couple breaths. And another way to kind of do this hip opener, just upside down. Okay, soften that. Extend the right leg and just cross left ankle over right thigh. Just do the other side. Good. Right, just 2 more breaths. Softening, re-extend the legs. Okay, bringing feet down to the floor or rolling out of that shoulder stand. Just holding for a moment. Maybe you're lying flat on your back. You might remove the block. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Just a nice kind of a neutral position for a moment. Find breath, release, let go. Now go ahead and create your own closing sequence. Just start to move into positions, yoga poses, or any other posturing that might just feel good to you at this moment. Allowing your body to speak to you and intuitively move into those positions. It could be a spinal twist, for example, another hip opener, another back bend, or just anything else. Listening to and responding appropriately to your body, not thinking much about it. Good. Taking the time that you need, no rush. Just continue to listen. Move accordingly. Whenever you feel complete with your closing sequence, just make your way into Shavasana or any other restorative, relaxing, and meditative position. That could be Shavasana or any other pose. Remain here in stillness. Just find your breath. Return to your breath. Just to help you stay in the moment. Continue to remain in stillness. Simply return to your breath. And once you've found it, take a deep breath in and out, feeling the body and mind settle. And then we'll slowly begin our journey back. So take 5 slow, steady breaths here as a way to generate a new energy within you. Perhaps with our balancing and binding postures today, we're able to release, let go, finding a new space within you, a new light within you, letting that light shine, a new energy, a new power, a new force. And take another set of 5 breaths, this time starting to feel movement return to your body. Feeling that new light of energy flow through you, creating movement. Light and gentle, not forced, slow and easy. And when you feel ready, carefully, slowly roll to one side of your body. Perhaps a brief pause here in this nurturing pose. Then continue to move in slow motion as you now guide your way up to seated. And once you've made it here, sitting tall, just feel the lengthening of your spine. Relax shoulders, arms, and hands, holding for a moment. Feeling the breath, noticing how you feel. And one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Taking one more breath in and out into your heart space. And as we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.